It's been a long time. Hey, what's up, boys and girls? Welcome back to our channel, and today we're gonna have the Democracy 4. An eternally defiant electorate, popular unrest in exchange for presidential generosity, hundreds of political decisions with thousands of internal interactions in the Democracy 4 review. Imagine that a helicopter is flying to your house right now. Several people in the black suits will come out of it, come to your door, knock, you will open it. They will drag you by the scruff of the neck into the helicopter, and in an hour you will already be sitting in the president's office. And everyone around will say, "Rule the country, president." I experienced approximately such emotions when I first launched Democracy 4, a presidential simulator in which you need to steer the states out the waste planet with the law of the people, keep the economy at the unacceptable level and be re-elected for the next term. Now I'll tell you what, I saw this simulator and how it pleased me. Setting. The game shows off difficult time when politicians are squabbling among themselves, trying their best not to lose their positions and maintain a positive image in the face of the public. The US, the UK, France, Germany and Canada are currently playable. Each country has a realistic, according to the latest census, population, unique features of economy, a particular ethnic composition of citizens, internal problems and advantages. A number of these parameters can be adjusted before the game, but in general the position of states before the start of the game presidential term is quite pleasurable. But is also something imaginary. For example, developers could not use the names of the real political figures. Otherwise, just like Donald Trump cancelled unemployment benefits for the sake of building a railway, read more, or Angela Merkel deported all refugees for the sake of interesting popularity among the patriots, would have started in the yellow press and social networks, and this is only the latest the president is capable in Democracy 4, so perhaps I will proceed them most interesting. Before starting a game, you will need to select a country and adjust some parameters, from the level of difficulty to external depth of the state. I have not played the previous parts of Democracy the first time, therefore I did not understand what certain settings affect. There are very few pop-up hints, just a couple of words about each setting would be enough for a general understanding of the situation. Therefore I did not touch anything and just started the passage. Further, the advisor in the corner of the screen quickly drew me through the main elements of the interface, brief explaining that was happening. I must say right away that my game build contained only English and Italian localization, so some terms and political speech patterns raised questions. But the folk poke method will more or less understand the general concept of what is happening. The electorate, without it, the president is nowhere. After finishing the advisor, I made eye contact with the main screen. On the left, there was a column listing my constituency, those and the differences group represented, from rich and poor to notorious trade, unique ethnic minorities and so on. Each group had a scale of the attitude towards my activity. Some loved, some was neutral, and others frankly hated that. And the top of the column was a scale of the overall rating my presidency. Thanks to this, I understood how the inhabitants for the state relate to me my decisions, whenever I can count on their support on the next elections. The idea immediately came into my mind to suck up onto these who hate me or neutral, but it turned out that everything is more difficult. Many people live in the state, they are generated using a neural network, and each person can belong to different groups. A motorist can be a wealthy conservative and keep a farm, so without pleasing farmers and conservatives while improving conditions for motorists and the rich, I would not have moved anywhere. Therefore I had to carefully study all the groups and think about how to please to at least half of the electorate. Out for them, we should mention the main goal of the game, re-election for the next term. The game takes 16 moves, during which you can take certain decisions and manage the affairs of the state. After 15 turns, preparations for the elections begin. You can give out promises that will have to be kept during the next term. An issue is inspiring speeches for voters to your side. All this will simultaneously by bonuses on general attitude and people.
Okay, let's speak about the political capital.
It depends on the professionalism and loyalty of the cabinet of ministers, popular among the people, emergencies, special bonuses, victory and other events. Each part of the diagram is responsible for a separate branch, law and order, transportation system, foreign policy, wealthness of citizens, economy, tax system, and public services. Every industry has tools to manipulate certain of its process. In law and order, for example, you can increase the police force, ban or allow alcohol, build more prisons, defeat crime, allow wanted cannons and rubber bullets. In general, make various decisions that are related to the law and order. And so, in all selections from transport to the economy and taxes. Interestingly, decisions making in the industry affect process in several others. For example, by increasing the police force, I upset the Liberians, increased the numbers of strikes, reduced the efficiency of people cost unreal among ethnic groups. And by raising taxes to the minimum, he increased tax evasion, upset the oil workers, and even caused an abysmally attack in the nation. In short, any decisions I made caused dozens of effects, many of which only developed over time. Political capital depends on the professionalism and loyalty of the cabinet of ministers, popularity among the people, emergencies, each part of the Every industry has tools to manipulate certain
Graphically,
the game is not much different from the previous part, but in the interface has been redesigned and has become much more convenient. This is also two-dimensional managers with a huge number of options, a huge relationship between each of its elements. I can't imagine how much the developers spent
Democracy
on
4
creating
is
implementing
political
and
simulator
configuring
that will
each
show
of
you
the
how difficult
parameters.
the
job of the president really is. Of course, in real life, the head of the state many more tasks. Because of the game, it's the game, and it's symbolic representation of the reality. But the real presidents have a lot of assistants, therefore, after playing Democracy 4 you will in a sense, feel like a head of the state and learn about many aspects of the country life that did not even cross your mind before. In part, this game can be called a learning tool for citizens who are interested in the internal process in their state, while lovers of managers and strategies will be also pleased. I really like the game and will look into the time to time, rather than they would not release a normal crack. Otherwise, use the other ones. Through the helpful just joking. Also, I will leave the links in the description, so please check the links, and bye.